son.
That's right. Hello.
That's right, hello.
Oh, yes.
What's up there?
Okay,
now
go.
we have two people in studio with us today, and if you are wondering, they are actually quite important people. First and foremost, we have...
Yes, thank you. No,
Thanks, Daryl.
not me.
We have
Continue.
17-year-old Marlon Stockinger. Now, he is a Formula BMW driver. And next to him, this distinguished-looking gentleman is Tom Stockinger, who, of course, is his father. We have them.
They look like brothers.
Thank you.
Daryl, that's how you got your girlfriend.
That's right.
That's how you got your girlfriend. So they are here in the studio with us today for R.age to tell us a little bit more about, Marlon's life as a driver in Formula BMW. And, of course, Tom, why he lost his mind enough.
Perspective of like a parent.
Yeah, why he lost his mind enough to let his son do something like that.
Yeah.
So
Why not banking?
Yeah,
Why not finance?
Since he was in banking and finance, right? We don't know. But first up, we have Marlon. Marlon, you're 17.
Yeah.
How did you decide to become a driver?
It started in go-karts.
Okay.
My father was racing a couple of years, like a year or so
The
before
one next
I
to
did.
you, right?
Yeah, this dude. And basically he asked me to come join him at the racetrack and watch his race. And then there's a mini kart which I could actually drive up and down the straight. And from that day on, I told him, look, I want to race cars or karts, and from that day on, it's the rest is history, basically.
How old were you when you decided I want to race?
10 years old. So
wow.
Like, from that day on, when I was 10, it's just I've been in racing ever since. So I'm 17 now, so I've been racing for a good 7 years. Yeah.
That's actually pretty long for someone who's so young.
Yeah, I mean, what's this? Some other kids actually even start earlier than that, around the age of 7 or 6. So it's a couple of years ahead. And in some people might even say I started a bit late. But then again, for me, it was just perfect timing.
Well, what is the driving age of eligibility? How do you get a driving license in Philippines? How old do you have to be?
You can get a student permit at the age of 17.
17.
And then I think by 18 you can get a non-professional license, which allows you to drive without someone else with a proper license.
Okay,
That's
so
the legal answer.
the legal,
Yeah,
so
it's
the
legal
legal answer
The
is
legal
technically
answer.
that means it's 18. So you are underage to drive. You don't
yeah,
have a
to
license
drive
yet.
on the road, yeah, basically I'm underage.
There we go. So Daryl,
Yes, hi. How are you?
how are you? Yeah, your question.
Oh, no, I'm just going to ask you okay, so you decide to start driving, and as a parent, what did you tell him when he said, I want to start driving?
Why did you even allow him?
Yeah.
Well, I was the one who put him in the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
But a cart's the different business though.
Yeah, that's true, but that's where it starts. So it was actually me and a friend who actually were karting. And then, so we put him once, you try it out. You take your youngest son or whatever, and say, let's try and see whether he crashes somewhere
Take
there.
the firstborn, drop him in the car. Let's
Maybe
see.
he's going to spin out at the end of and we all have a good laugh. And then you see...
Fun. Encouragement from
Are you
the
still laughing nowadays?
We did that with my daughter, actually. Which she's also here this weekend, Audrey. And she crashed. And she got out, said, that's it. And I was very happy because it's very expensive to,
Yep.
maintain the racing. So it's only one. I have a friend who has two.
Oh, damn.
It's very
Double
hard.
trouble.
Double
Yes.
trouble, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you were saying, it is very expensive though. So as a parent, I mean, wasn't there some kind of alarm bell when he said I want to race?
No,
I
when
mean,
you-
okay,
And he
you
was
asked for
10.
it though,
You
but-
cannot take a 10-year-old
No.
seriously.
Because I was racing myself, so then you don't think.
So then you
But
don't
everything,
think at
yeah,
that point.
yeah, at that point you don't think, you just do it, and that's it.
How did your mom react?
Problem comes after.
My mom, I think she was alright with it in the beginning because it just started out as a hobby and I wasn't racing. But obviously, the minute I was on racing grids with other people and she saw crashes, she just couldn't bear to watch.
Ah!
For her, it's a bit of a stress. she loves racing, like watching races and motorsports. She likes watching it, but if I'm on the grid, the one racing with everyone else, for her, she just can't bear it.
No, it's different. It's different. I mean, just watching, because now it's her baby in there and having that
But it used to be her baby too, like, you know, but...
Yeah, that baby,
Yeah.
that baby, yeah.
Didn't care about no. Do
She was
whatever.
like, oh, you're going to go racing? Okay, bye.
Yeah, better you do racing. Otherwise, you're just cranky and.
Oh.
I see. So when you started karting, okay, and then you went into the Formula BMW, how did that happen?
Well, it's a big change. It was quite shocking, because obviously the car is much bigger. You have suspension, and it
We have
just
a photo of you in the car. We can check it out.
Yeah.
While you're talking.
and like it was just you could feel the car moving so much more in comparison with karts, because obviously it's much smaller, as big as a person. So the switch was just, it was bigger engine, bigger car, bigger racetrack. Everything was just so much bigger. So it was a bit more overwhelming than that.
So was it scary for you at any point? Because for karts, of course, it's a lot less safe in a way because everything's exposed, a lot less. But for this one, it's much faster.
Yeah.
There's many more people on track, a lot more crashes happen, a lot more accidents,
Well, in karts, yeah, it's quite dangerous also because you have a lot of people on the tracks and stuff. But in Formula BMW and any Formula racing series, I think it's quite safe. The governing body of motorsport, the FIA, ensures that racing is safe. And I have no doubt that when I'm out on the racetrack, if I have an accident, I'll be likely to walk away with it with maybe some bruises, but I know I'll be fine.
Just some bruises.
No, I was thinking like he's likely to walk away with a few $1 million compensation. I was thinking like, oh, well done.
Well,
No, damage. You don't call it compensation.
Collateral.
It's damage. Yeah.
Damage.
We have a photo of Marlon getting ready for a race over here. And so, Dad, what is going through your mind when he's getting ready for a race in photos like that?
All right.
Well, he's getting ready, putting on the whole fire retardant gear and everything.
They ask you always, are you nervous? And then it's, you have to be a bit nervous. It's like if I would be racing myself, but then because you understand what's the thinking. So you're not that nervous. You just are nervous enough to be alert.
But you're
And
a
I
cool
think that's
dad also.
I try.
When he comes back from the race, you tell him like, you should have gone faster, at that turn, you should.
I used to do that in karts. Now
Yeah.
in cars I don't make that much because it sounds kind of stupid if you say you should have gone faster. You could say, why don't you do it yourself? Right? So,
Oh yeah, you're right.
so I leave that to the professionals and the teams, and it's quite amazing if you look at the technology and after the race, all the data has been analyzed. You can't lie as a driver. You see everything where you have been braking, where you have been accelerating, what mistakes you make, all of that you see there. So then you basically go through a debriefing.
That is why there are no female drivers.
Why?
No, because it wasn't my fault. I didn't brake then. Like
You are perpetuating the stereotype that female drivers are bad.
no, we're not. We're just a bit fast. So moving on. Moving on.
One thing I would just like to ask is that between like go-karting and like sitting in that car, obviously, is there a very big difference in your strategy on how you? Go-karting, do you like? I don't know what kind of strategy you guys use. Do you like edge people out or intimidate them?
Well, in karts, it's really important to go through that step because it teaches you the basis of racing. And like you said, in karts, there is a lot of like bumping and intimidation and stuff because obviously your body is exposed and you can just see the nature and character of the racer themselves. So a lot of that, just occurs in karts, and you can take that into Formula racing to a certain point, but not exactly, because obviously if you rub or bump someone a bit in Formula cars, the parts just fall off and it's a lot more expensive to deal with, and it's not very good for me and not very good for my father financially. So.
No, the race is over.
Yeah,
because
also there's,
you lose a wing or so, and then you have no more downforce. And that's it.
So you get away with a lot less things in Formula racing than you do if ever in karts. They're a bit more sturdy, and you can bang around a little bit more in karts in comparison to Formula racing.
It's a lot more expensive in formulas. Okay, we have a little clip of you starting off in Sepang.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look at the clip.
Okay.
Okay.
On go the lights, and away we go. Alongside him once again, Japanese Nana, and immediately Dana tries to stop the Japanese from attacking him early on, but I don't think it's worked. Ross Jameson also in a good position from the start. Through into the first corner they go. Everyone's leading through. No Simon Moss, sadly. Once again, a car able to be used by him, and he's not in the race. And that is a real shame to his championship hopes, because he's dropping down the board at the moment as the others race on. But he's still leading the Rookie Cup, and he will be back the South African who was masterful in the opening rounds. Marlon Stockinger to go for victory.
Gap's down now to 2/10. There's lap traffic. They just come to lap, and Marlon Stockinger right there in the draft. Is he going to look up the inside? No, he's not.
Now, what does he do? Does he try and force the man in front to make a mistake, or just get past him and get away?
I think he's trying to do both at the moment, to be honest. He's only got 3 laps to go, so he's really got to put the pressure on now and try and make a move. He's close enough. He's in the toe as well, which is played into the hands. But it looks like his car's come on in this later part of the race.
How close do you have to be to get the toe?
Within about 3 or 4 car lengths. The thing is, if you're too close, then you don't get any effect, and if you're too far away, you don't. So it's a real knowledge thing of being 3 or 4 car lengths off and coming down the straight, and just before the braking zone, you really get the most of it, and you can look to slingshot it up the inside.
There's a lot to think about when you're out there.
There is. It's not just driving the car around the track. You're thinking about trying to block people and what the car's doing and everything.
Look at the time. A 107.9, a 108.1 from Stockinger, so all fair and square between these two, but you can see how close they are, and it really is 2 laps to go. Case of when.
Yeah, Marlon Stockinger hasn't had a win yet in Formula BMW, so this is his best chance, and he's going to be hungry.
Oh no.
So were you hungry? I'm sure you were.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, we will reveal how you did in that race later. But meanwhile, we'll go for a very short break.
That's right.
Okay.